a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, Winston. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Brian Anger to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On second down, it's Jones. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Winston keeps it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, he can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. That's why the whole play got stuffed.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Flushed out right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Winston now to throw on first down. Dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The give is to Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 36 yards. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Hey, 12. Let's go, 14.
Here's a give to Penny. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right. And you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And break, the tight end's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A first down throw for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Come on, let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
14. Check 50, check 50.
Now Wilson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Come on, let's go. Tempo, tempo.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Shotgun. Shotgun. Hey, hey.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Let's go, 14. Tempo, tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerron Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go play action. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. A good pickup there at 22. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half here. Winston looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And out now come the Seahawks. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
19.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On 1st and 10, Winston. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Ready. Black 22. Sub. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes...
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They go play action with Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Look for signals. Gotta go. Go. Deeper.
Again, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. To throw again is Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. He got 29 yards that time. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A handoff to Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's brought down. First target, first catch at a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Out to kick is Janikowski. Jackson now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have.
And Winston lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston now from the 50. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Check three.
They'll throw again. Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the
Hey, stop. Let's go. We got three. Sonny. Let's go.
Again, it's Winston. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
5-0.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses. Catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named a game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But the football.
Exactly. They named a game for it. Take care of it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Gotta go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw again. He hits Baldwin right side. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's get it. Come on. Tempo.
Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Gotta go.
On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
14, got it. There. Entry. Hey. Front left. Well. Tempo.
To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
14.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
14. Entry.
Penny, the first down carry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Let's go, 14. Front left. Hey. Tempo. 19. 14, got it.
Now Wilson on second down. Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now Rashad Penny. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Front left. Got 12. 14. Hey. Tempo.
On second down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Following the interception, Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Green, triple C.
Here's Winston. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. K.J. Wright in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Winston. And break. The tight end's got it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Winston. And Blake has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet and what I would find.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.